Gonggi, an old game with lots of new fans. Gonggi, a South Korean playground game that involves tossing and swiftly catching 5 stones, has been played for centuries. Kids like to play this simple and fun game over chats during school activities and festivals. In fact, South Korean movies and TV shows have become so popular that the game is now known all over the world. The second season of Netflix's Squid Game, especially, has brought much attention to Gonggi. Gonggi is believed to date back to at least the late 17th or early 18th century. A painting by Korean artist Yoon Dok-hee from that period captured an everyday scene of 3 boys playing Gonggi. In the old days, the game was played with natural small stones. Now, special plastic Gonggi stones can be bought for less than 700 South Korean won, 16 NT dollars. Games similar to Gonggi can be found in other cultures as well. These include Jacks, one of the most famous children's games in the West. There are even records of similar games played in ancient Greece and Rome.
Today's warm-up quiz is: Ben ran blank across the field to get the ball during the soccer game. A. Mentally. B. Overseas. C. Swiftly. D. Tightly.
You have 15 seconds to think about it. Time's up.
Welcome everyone to English for You. I'm Adam.
And I'm Elsie.
So Elsie, you know how every time I turn on the TV, there's some kind of crazy game or challenge happening.
Tell me about it. Reality contest shows are everywhere these days. I feel like I'm constantly watching someone throw themselves into a wild challenge.
Right, exactly. It's like Squid Games took over and now it's game on all the time.
Squid Game definitely made games cooler, but I'm not sure I'd survive those challenges. I like a challenge, but not like that.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And this game, though, I've heard about, has been around way before reality TV took over. It's a fast, tricky, and definitely has some intensity.
Oh, so now that sounds like my kind of game, but you are not getting off that easy, Adam. What's it called?
Not yet. I'm not going to tell you just yet. It's been around for a long time. And it's going to be fun, and you're going to just have to wait and see so we can learn more about it.
Okay, so let's learn about it now.
Gonggi, a South Korean playground game that involves tossing and swiftly catching 5 stones, has been played for centuries. And there, everyone, we see the verb toss, which is to throw something lightly or carelessly. An example sentence would be, he tossed the ball to his friend across the room. The next word we see is an adverb. It's swiftly, which means very quickly. An example sentence would be, the rabbit ran swiftly through the grass.
Toss 这个动词是扔或抛，那中文呢，文中呢是动名词的用法。好，那我们可以说 toss a ball。丢一颗球 toss a coin 掷硬币来决定事情，或是当你睡觉的时候 toss and turn 那就是你翻来覆去睡不着。那另外副词 swiftly 那就是迅速地，在文章当中呢修饰 catching 这个动作，所以今天的 warm up quiz 答案是 C swiftly. Ben ran swiftly across the field to get the ball during the soccer game. 那其他错误的选项的意思呢，分别是有 A mentally 心理上、精神上。B overseas 是在海外或是在国外，那还有 D tightly 是牢牢的、紧紧的。 那另外呢 involve 这个动词是包含或是需要。那我们说到的这个 gongi or gongi
Yeah, it's a Korean word, so gonggi, I think, or gongji, up to you. So we'll try to say this time gonggi, how about how?
OK,
All right.
所以这个游戏呢是韩国一种丢掷并且迅速接住5颗石子的游戏，已经流传了数个世纪。
All right, getting back to our article and getting back to this game, it says, kids like to play this simple and fun game over chats during school activities and festivals. So kids like playing it during chats and, school festivals. There we see the word chat, which is a noun. It's just a friendly talk with someone. An example sentence would be, my friends and I had a fun chat during lunch yesterday.
Chat 这边是个名词用法哦，指的是聊天或是闲谈。Have a chat with somebody， 那就是和某人聊天，那可以是一个 fun chat， 有趣的聊天。A nice chat， 聊得很来，聊得很好，或是 a quick chat， 那就是快速的聊一下。所以呢，孩子们喜欢在学校活动和庆典期间，一边聊天一边玩这个简单又有趣的游戏。
And we can also use chat as a verb, right? We can say, oh, I can't talk to you right now. I'm chatting to my mom. I like chatting to my mom. Do you like chatting to your mom?
I don't.
You don't?
Yeah.
Okay. So chat as a noun and also chatting as a verb when you're actually doing it on the phone or with your friends. ING is an easy way to make sure it's a verb. Getting back to our article, it says, in fact, South Korean movies and TV shows have become so popular that the word or the game is now known all over the world.
没错，事实上呢，随着韩国电影和电视剧的风靡，这款游戏如今在全世界都广为人知，大家都知道这个游戏了。
And I think we have Squid Game to thank for that.
今天的 Language in Focus 当中，我们要看到的是如此以至于的表达方式。那在这个句型当中呢，有个 so， 这个 so 是一个副词，后面可以接上形容词或是另外一个副词。那 that 则用以引导表示结果的副词子句哦。句型会是主词出来之后，后面接上动词，可能是一般动词，可能是 be 动词，加上 so 之后，后面两种。好，一种是形容词，一种是副词，再加上 that 以及主词和动词。For example, she was so tired that she fell asleep in class. 她太累了，以至于在课堂上睡着了。或者是呢 he runs so fast that no one can catch him. 他跑得如此之快，以至于没有人能够追上他。那要千万小心，不要与另外一个长得很像的连接词 so that 来搞混咯。So that 后面接的子句呢，用于表达目的啦、原因或是理由，放在句子里面会长这个样子。I left early so that I could catch the train. 我提早离开是为了要赶上火车。
So just like how we've been talking about how Netflix has kind of brought this to the world, our article tells us the second season of Netflix Squid Game especially has brought much attention to gongi.
对呀，尤其是 Netflix 的影集鱿鱼游戏，好，我们刚刚有提到它的第2季更让 gongi 受到极大的关注。
What did you like more, the first season or the second season?
I like the first season more, but the second season is not bad.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I think the second season is pretty good too, because it introduces us to gongi. And our article says gongi is believed to date back to at least the late 17th or early 18th century. And here we see the phrase, everyone, date back to, which is to come from a time in the past. An example sentence using this phrase, we could say, my grandfather gave me some old coins that date back to the 1800s before he died. Also in that sentence, we saw at least, which means no less than a certain number or amount. An example using this phrase, we could say, you need to drink at least 6 glasses of water a day.
Date back to 指的是时间追溯到某个时候，那 at least 这个片语呢是至少，所以句型 gongi 最早可以追溯到17世纪末或是18世纪初。
All right, let's learn more about this gongi game. Our article says a painting by Korean artist Eun Do-ki from that period capture an everyday scene of 3 boys playing gongi.
该时期的朝鲜画家尹德熙当时的一幅画作呢，就描绘了3名男孩玩 gongi 的这个日常景象。
Now it says, in the old days, the game was played with natural small stones. Now we see in that phrase, everyone, or the phrase, in the old days. And my dad would always say this. In the old days, we had to walk 6 miles to work or 6 miles to school. So this phrase is commonly used. It means a long time ago in the past. An example sentence would be, in the old days, people wrote letters by hand and waited many days for a reply. We also see in that sentence, natural, which is an adjective. It's coming from nature, not made by people. So an example sentence would be, this juice has only natural ingredients, which means no sugar added.
好，我们整理一下 ，in the old days 指的就是在过去。那 natural 这个形容词呢，是天然的、大自然的或是非人造的，可以用来搭配很多的名词。好，比如说呢 ，natural environment 这个就是一个自然的环境 ，natural resources 那就是天然的资源。所以呢，课文说到早期啊，人们会用天然的小石头来玩这个游戏。
Did your father or mother always used to tell you when you were a kid, in the old days we had to do this and that?
Kind of.
Right? So remember, you'll hear it from your mom, your dad, your grandfather. In the old days, something happened. All right, well, jumping back to our article, everyone, it says, now special plastic gongi stones can be bought for less than 700 South Korean won or 16 NT dollars. And here, everyone, we see the word plastic as an adjective. It's something that's made of plastic, a light and bendable material. So an example sentence using plastic, we could say, she drank water from her plastic bottle.
Plastic 在这边呢是一个形容词的用法，指的是塑胶的或是塑胶制的。那后面可以形容，比如说 bottles 瓶子、bags 塑胶袋 plastic bags， 或者是塑胶杯 plastic cups， 还有塑胶吸管 plastic straws。那今天呢，如果你去专门制作的塑胶 gongi 石子，你要去买的话呢，只要不到700韩元就有咯，约新台币16元就可以买到。
Well, Korea's not the only place, everyone, that you might find games that are a little bit alike to gongi. Our article says, games similar to gongi can be found in other cultures as well. And there, everyone, we see the phrase as well, which means also or to, and it's usually at the end of a sentence. So an example using this phrase as well, we could say, my cousin plays the piano and sings as well.
As well 代表的意思就是也也如何，那通常呢就是置于句尾，所以呢课文说到在其他的文化当中也可以看到类似的游戏哦 ，Really?
Yeah.
So like what?
So we know this game as gongi, but there's other types that have different names that are kind of the same thing. Our article says these include jacks, one of the most famous children's games in the West. There are even records of similar games played in ancient Greece and Rome. And there we see the verb include, everyone, which is to have something as part of a group or list. An example would be, the school trip will include a visit to the zoo.
Include 这个动词是包含或是包括，那 include 的后面呢，你可以直接加上名词或是名词片语，所以再给同学们一个例句咯。The group includes Tom, Amy and me， 那就是这组人包括了 Tom、Amy 还有我。那相反就是把字首的 in 改掉，变成 ex。Exclude 那就是排除 So for example, the price excludes drinks 那就是这个价格它是不包含饮料的。所以回到课文来，我们说例如 Jacks 这个西方最著名的儿童游戏之一，还有就是在古希腊或是罗马也有记录显示有这样子相似的游戏存在哦。
Now, do you know what jacks look like? They're
No.
kind of these metal little things. They're almost like metal 8 pointed stars.
Oh.
And you lay them on the ground just like gongi. You lay them on the ground and you have a red ball. And you drop the ball, you pick them up and try to catch them with the ball all together. So it's pretty similar to gongi.
Yeah,
it's just called
similar.
jacks.
好，各位同学们喜欢今天的主题吗？不要忘了按赞、订阅、分享我们的 YouTube channel，还有 Facebook。
All right, well now everyone, that brings us to our For You Chat question of the day. It says, what's your favorite playground game? What do you like about it?
Oh, I like this question. And my favorite playground game is Red Light, Green Light.
Oh, that's a good one.
It also appeared in Squid Game.
It did. That one did, yeah.
Yeah, because it's really exciting and fun. So sometimes it's hard not to move, but that makes it more challenging.
Right. And when you're outside, you cheer for your friends and you don't want a boring game.
Yeah, it's a simple game, but it never gets boring.
Yeah, well said. For me, I would say my favorite playground game is tag.
Oh.
Tag, you're it. Because I like pretending, we're secret agents running from, maybe the police or invisible ninjas. And so, when we were doing that as a child, it was kind of fun. You're using your imagination, you're getting exercise, and, you're getting a good workout in at the same time.
Yeah, we like to play that game here in Taiwan too.
Exactly. All right, well, that's all the time we have for today, everyone. My name is Adam.
And I'm Elsie.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Toss. Emily tossed a softball to her dog, and it jumped up to catch it. Swiftly. A young girl ran into a busy road, but her mother swiftly picked her up and moved her to safety. Chat. I had a friendly chat with the new student at school to make him feel welcome. Natural. We hiked up the mountain and took photos of the beautiful natural scenes. Plastic. We put our water in plastic bottles instead of glass ones, because glass bottles are too heavy to carry. Include. Would you like the burger lunch set? It includes French fries and a drink of your choice.
智慧小补帖。
Involve.